Welcome to Blitz. I'm Brian Carter with Lindsay Herrin, head coach of the Lady Raiders volleyball team here at Habersham Central. Lindsay, thank you so much, as always, for your time. I enjoy coming up here and talking volleyball with you. 14-0 right now as of today, 2-0 in region play. We've never seen anything like this in this area of Northeast Georgia, really, or even here at Habersham Central. What's it been like to experience this as a head coach?
It's kind of crazy and it's very surreal, you know. I have told this group of girls for a while now that they have a chance to make history and leave an outstanding legacy for those that follow behind them. And they are well on their way to doing that. They already are starting to lay that. They've definitely poured the foundation, you know, and we just want to keep building. But, you know, last year we started the season 10-0, and I thought that was an amazing feat in itself. So to break that streak and surpass that and now be 14-0 just speaks tremendously to the talent that we have and the girls that make up this team.
Yeah, and kind of to that point, the foundation's been laid years before.
Yes.
Since you've been here, just creating winning season after winning season, high expectations, and this team's always capable of doing something like this, but to actually see it happen and be on the winning side every time is pretty awesome. The number one ranking comes with that. What was the excitement like when you found out that Habersham Central is number one in the state? And then what is the message that you then gave to the girls to maybe let's celebrate that, but let's not rest on it either?
Well, to be honest with you, I didn't want to tell them. I didn't want them to know because I didn't want it to be any added pressure for them. But at the same time, I felt like that was something that we needed to celebrate. I mean, we didn't throw a big party or anything, but, you know, we definitely discussed it, and they were praised for it. And, you know, unfortunately, that ranking didn't last too terribly long. They started factoring in the strength of schedule and that sort of thing. And so last I checked, we actually were 7th, which is still tremendous. You know, if we can remain in the top 10 for the season, that is huge in Class 6A. When you look at the talent that this classification has, and even just in our region is super competitive, and there are very talented teams within our 6 schools that make up our region. But for them to say that they held that position for as little of a time as it may have been is something that not a lot of people get to say, and they should be very proud of that.
Yeah, but then still look forward to what lies ahead. And this is a very experienced team, so I imagine there's not very many egos on this team and a very team-like atmosphere. But you didn't graduate anyone last year. This is a program that these seniors, they've been into state twice, I think, in the last 3 years. Only one time missing out, so a chance here to make it 3 out of 4 for them. What would you say about the way that this team is constructed this year?
You know, not losing anyone is definitely an added benefit, an added plus, because they have been together for so long. And of the 7 seniors that we have, we started out, there were 8 in that class. So we've made it this far with 7 out of 8, which is huge in itself. But, you know, with that leadership, and then you throw in a couple of juniors and a couple of sophomores and a freshman, you know, the dynamic is a little different, and it's kind of sad to think about, you know, losing such a big group. But it always cycles through, and we know that this group of seniors has done their part to make sure that the girls that follow behind them hold high expectations for themselves as a group. And, you know, they lead in such a way that I hope that the girls underneath them understand that it's a privilege for them to play under this group of seniors.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, every program has to go through this. But it seems like you know, Habersham doesn't have to rebuild as much as just reload with this next wave of players. But what is the chemistry like? You mentioned bringing in a freshman on varsity this year, a couple of sophomores, you got some juniors, and a good amount of seniors as well. It feels kind of like a family here. Is that safe to say?
Very much so. As you know, I don't know what word I'm looking for. As idealistic, I guess, as that seems, or as corny as that may seem, it really is that way. We are all in this thing together, and we sacrifice so much outside of the gym for what we do inside the gym. And I think even as teenagers, they recognize that and understand it, and they know that us coaches appreciate what they sacrifice for us. And so it's just that general consensus of we love each other and we want the best for each other, and let's have fun doing it.
Yeah, that's pretty big. Last question for you, and this is a tough one. It's not really a fair question. Is this team at 14-0, 2-0 in region play, and top 10 ranking, is this team peaking yet?
No. The best is still yet to come. We're going to take it 1 point at a time, and we're not going to get complacent with what we've accomplished thus far, because ultimately, although it is awesome to have the ranking that we have and to be undefeated, that is not our ultimate goal. Our ultimate goal is to be region champions and to go as far as we can in the state tournament. And so until we reach that goal, we're not going to be complacent. We work hard every day, and they're just getting started.
Wow, that's big news for anyone else in Region 8-6A watching right now, that the best lies before you. So thanks again so much for your time. Congrats on a great season, but let's just keep, like you said, focus on what's to come, and hope to see you lift some trophies this year.
That's right. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.